Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hope you guys all had a good trading day. I'm going to go over the trade that I took today. I took a trade on ES that was a loss. Pretty nasty ass PA. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I said this morning, I was like, you know what? This has got to be like one of the nastiest days on ES or on index futures that I've seen in a minute. And here I am looking to try and trade it. But the draw on liquidity was so clear to me, like so clear. I thought that it was going to be so obvious, like so obvious. But I'm posting on my socials right now just to get the live going. Live on YouTube, going over today's trades. Everyone. All right. I thought today was going to be great. Like literally perfect. All right. Now I'm going to retweet this. And I'll break down exactly what I saw. All right. So this is what I had for the day. All right. So let me remove, honestly, everything and just kind of get into the general gist of this. So starting off the day, before we even had the open, let's do this. Let's go back to here. All right. So this is what our hourly chart looked like starting off the day. And I could even go to the daily too. We could start off on the daily. What do we have on our daily chart? Daily chart, we had an SMT at the previous daily high, like this. And like this. Now, what I wanted to see was price trade lower into the new week opening gap on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Yeah. So that was like my original plan. So if I go down to the hourly chart and see like, all right, I have SMT on the daily here, just like this, and the S&P 500 here, I have SMT here as well. If this is what I have to start my trading day, what could I potentially anticipate next? What is there to potentially look for? All right, so there's these lows here that have the new week opening gap. There's some lows here corresponding that are relatively within the range, but still sell side. These are the lows for the new week opening gap on NQ. So like I'm generally just looking for lower prices. Let me just skip to the next hourly candle now, just to show you guys like kind of what I was looking for. And on top of that, the Dow Jones had relative equal lows here. Next hourly candle does this. So Dow Jones pumps aggressively at the open, like rips. So in my head, I'm like, all right, the Dow's like pinching and ripping through all this, leaving behind the sell side. We basically had relative equal lows on the S&P 500, relative equal lows. Well, not really, because we did pierce the low just by like a tick. So yeah, please stop spamming, bro. I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm not even kidding. If I see anybody spamming in the chat, I'm blocking you, because I'm not going to be able to read other questions, or you're going to get put in timeout for the stream. So don't fuck up. All right, we're back in action. Okay, cool. It just said that my StreamYard was tripping out for a second. All right, so what we had was price leave behind the sell side liquidity, and I had an inclination to look for shorts at 10 o'clock, looking for a 10 a.m. open, high, low close. But how would I frame that? I would frame it from this hourly bearish fair value gap resting here, like that. So I would want to take shorts from this POI, seeing if like we had an hourly to an M5 market maker sell model. Simple, easy process, just like this to this. Yeah. So that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I waited for, because also we were creating another stage of SMT at all these highs here with the Dow Jones. As you can see, we ran the Asia highs. We failed to do so on the S&P 500, failed to do so on the NASDAQ, just like this. So I'm literally just continuing my bias and looking for shorts. That is all I wanted to do. If I go to the 5-minute chart, I know a lot of people were like looking to long this M5 breaker, but like I'm not gonna lie, I think that's complete, like that's idiotic to look for this sort of long when we left behind this sell side below. So I wasn't confident in longs, even though we had like a V-shaped recovery after the open. That's not something that I'm gonna do. So once we kind of had the hourly gap placed in, now I'm going to skip 5-minute candles. Obviously, if price wanted to expand higher from here, I would have just let it go by, because I wouldn't feel comfortable longing when we had relative equal lows behind us. So I skip 5-minute candles, see how price is moving. All right. That was a pretty good 5-minute candle, but what did it do? It didn't really displace violating any bullish PD arrays. We have this 5-minute bullish fair value gap on the S&P 500 right here. That price is respecting still. So again, you have to wait for candle closures. If you don't wait for candle closures, you are going to get cracked by being in a premature entry. Always wait for a candle closure before getting into a trade. Now, next 5-minute candle, still nothing, still within that 5-minute gap. Next 5-minute candle here, pierced below, tag this 5-minute fair value gap. Price kind of still pops. So again, nothing just yet. Next 5-minute candle, boom, right here. What do we do on NASDAQ? What do we do on the S&P 500? We actually closed below after tagging this hourly bearish fair value gap here, closed below a up close candle that cleared a short-term high. This one right here at 950, and this one at 950 as well. While at the same time, the Dow Jones is kind of just consolidating at the high. So I was expecting this to be a manipulation move to then eventually turn lower. So what I did was I took a short on S&P 500. Why did I take a short on the S&P 500? I took it because the risk to reward was better compared to the NASDAQ. Because if I wanted to take a short on NQ, let's say I took a short from this 5-minute order block, and then I have my stop at like the body high because it's literally like 78 points. The risk to reward is only 1.43. And that's not enough for me. I need at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That would be great in regards to like how my metrics work. So that's exactly what I wanted on the S&P 500. And if you look, my risk to reward on ES here from this up close candle, once we close below, God damn it, right here, put my stop loss at the candle body high, and then targeted the relative equal lows below, literally lines up at exactly 1 or 2 or 1.98 risk to reward. So that is exactly what I wanted. And I thought that was a great stop loss placement because we had all this SMT built up at the highs with me labeling a protected swing point. So I was like, cool. We have SMT inside of this hourly fair value gap. We have an M5 order block that I could utilize as an execution. The next 5-minute candle, it tags me in and I'm in there. just like this. Put this, send it to the back. So I'm in here. We traded up into that M5 inversion gap. Got a good reaction on NASDAQ here as well. So NASDAQ tagged the order block as well. And then the next 5-minute candle, still respecting, goes a little lower. And then obviously after this, we start getting fuckery. Start consolidating in my, like, in drawdown while the NASDAQ is still respecting the order block. And then I get stopped out after my execution at 1040. And it is what it is. It's fine. But like, I would have only leaned. Okay, I'm back. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. My internet keeps on bugging in and out. We have a massive storm by us right now. But yeah, no, it kept on lagging in and out. I'm sorry. There's thunder and lightning outside of my crib. But this was a setup that I would take every single time that it presents itself. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is literally would have been perfect. And the 15-minute chart, we didn't even reverse from like a 15-minute fair value gap, no sort of like SMT or anything like that. We just had massive expansion on Dow Jones, just in my eyes, creating more and more SMT at the highs for us to then eventually reach down lower. And like, there's no way that I'm going to leave behind these relative equal lows or even have this count as a run of liquidity on the NASDAQ. But we ran that by like half of a tick. Like, are you kidding me? So I was not in any sort of mindset to flip for a long position. That was just not on my agenda. And then obviously since then, we've just been consolidating. I believe Nick is still in this short here, but this is not ideal. I just can't believe how shit price has been after the open, you know? Like, this is really gross, in my opinion. I would have taken NQ. I would have taken NQ if the risk to reward looked the same as the S&P 500. But like, this risk to reward for NQ to take out the lows was not as good as me taking it for ES. But also, this is like a backhand to the face for me shit talking my main girl NASDAQ. Like, I shit talked her in the morning saying how nasty NASDAQ looked, and then I take a trade on ES, and ES stops me out. But I mean, I don't really care too much. I am still up on the week, pretty fat from gold back-to-back days. So it's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, make indices great again is right. I just think that this whole week has just been horrendous. This whole week has been disgusting. Like, if I just remove all my drawings again, guys, like, literally look at what we've been doing since the start of the week. We had Monday, move in one direction, no entry points. Tuesday, move in one direction, no entry points. Wednesday, literally just damage central with FOMC. Thursday, literally doing nothing besides staying within the previous 6 a.m. 4-hour candle on NQ and ES. And the Dow Jones reversing from a relative equal low. Same thing with the S&P 500 here. Like, I'm being completely honest, these are the conditions that back and like the old me would be losing accounts and rebuying them the same day to lose them again. Like this is just really shitty, in my opinion. And I wanted to trade. I wanted to trade gold today. I did. I actually had I had this here. Let me delete this. I had the 4-hour candle marked off as an alert here on gold at 3966.8, which is this 2 a.m. 4-hour candle. And I wanted to see the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle pierce that candle low to create an SMT on the 4-hour. And then I would have framed a 15-minute long like this. Like I would have loved that. But the fact that we didn't get that was what pushed me away from it. Like I would have flipped my focus to gold if we ran this and hit my alert, but we didn't, unfortunately. Because gold's draw to that London high was actually pretty clean, but it didn't give me what I needed, so I just kind of faded it. But indices, man, indices are crazy right now, bro. Indices are off their shit. Did you guys take anything today? Luke, you are still in NASDAQ shorts. How are you guys doing today? Oh, yeah, really quickly. I bought gold long during Asia, and I actually called it out on my Instagram story. Like I literally called it out from here. I had it posted on my Instagram story, and I had it mapped out step by step. So here, 4-hour bullish order block. If we closed above it, my low-hanging fruit draw on liquidity was here, the previous daily high, which was also an Asia session high. So this was my draw on liquidity for gold. So I knew that if price closed above this, I could take a long and then target this area in price at 4034.1. So moving into like the next 4-hour candle during like Asia's session. This is the draw, and this is that 4-hour OB. Now, skip through price. This is the opening of the new day. So all I did was pretty much, there was a 5-minute after this drop at the open. This drop at the open actually created an SMT with silver here. Like that. See this low? Lower low on these 4-hour candles. Higher low on the 4-hour candle from silver. Like that. Energetically displacing higher. So that's our SMT right there on the 4-hour. If we go back, time frames, I took an entry on the 5-minute and I held it overnight. Where did I take it from? I took it from the 5-minute inversion gap that was created. Where is it? Right there. Boom. I took it right here. Once we inverse this 5-minute gap, I longed here. I have my stop here, and I targeted all the way up here. And the next 5-minute candle tagged me in, and I was literally in here just letting this bitch run overnight. Run. I'm passed the fuck out. And it's smacked there. I had my stop loss roughly by the 4-hour SMT low, and it clapped for like a 2 point, almost a 3 risk reward. which was done clean. And that was the last trade that I took on my funded accounts this week. Today, I only traded evaluations. But oh, also for the other people, but since we like don't really need to, indices just look like absolute shit right now. Oh my god, this 15-minute chart looks horrendous. Look at what we reached on practically all of our draws were met on foreign currencies. For dollar, we met the relative equal highs here. We met the relative equal highs here. For EU and GU met that monthly fair value gap that we were talking about so long ago. Here, sold off from that daily inversion gap. We cleared out that relative equal low draw on Euro here. Like this was all sniped beforehand. GU should still go down to this low, or EU should still go down to that low. But all objectives were met for dollar and GU, which was nice. But indices, guys, this is not anything that you want to be tampering with. And look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones legitimately looks like this thing is just going to go and just have an outside daily bar. And the crazy thing is we have an outside daily candle. We're about to have an outside daily candle for all three index futures. This is nuts. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All shitty ass days. Indices just have not been it. They just haven't been it. It sucks, but it's not giving. It's not giving. I still think that the NASDAQ drops lower. The opening of that hourly candle from 11 is flat. And you know it's bad when even the higher time frame still looks like shit. The only thing that I had for the day that was clean was the hourly chart. And that's why I took the sells on the S&P 500. Nick should still be in sells on NQ. But maybe, right now, I think that the Dow Jones is just making its way slow grinding to all-time highs again. And if we do get the continuation sell on ES or on NQ, it should go here. There's no way that it doesn't. If ES wants to run the hourly high one more time and then go lower, or if it's just going to go lower from here, it's fine. But I think that once the Dow Jones cleans this high out here, that's when you're going to see ES and NQ clean this. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Vig. That's real. I could only see that. YM already inversed the hourly gaps here too. The Dow Jones should be reaching to this high. And once we get the run of this high, that's when we'll see NQ and ES turn. But again, it's late and I don't like taking trades this late. I felt fine taking that one shot this morning and letting whatever wants to happen for the rest of the day go. That's a great rule. Like, if shit doesn't make any sense, bro, then don't fucking do anything. Like, just go about your day. Literally just go about your day. You'll see it on my Instagram reel. I took a short on the S&P 500. They got stopped out. I tried going hourly to M5 on S&P 500. Yeah, Vig, clearly. I wish. What? Oh, I do not like buys right now on NQ. I do not. Definitely don't. Also, this is your 15-minute chart on NQ. I really just don't like this PA whatsoever. This is a gross ass day, guys. I think that the Dow Jones goes to all-time highs, though. I think the Dow goes to all-time highs, and I think that we turn after that. Do I still use my indicator? Yes. Dude, you could literally scan your phone on the charts right now, and you can get a discount coupon at Walmart from a 15-minute chart. This is horrible. Horrible. This is the first time in a while that I've only taken, like, today was my first trade on indices this week, and I should have just let them be. But I thought that the trade was A+. My stream keeps on cutting in and out. I'm not sure why. But damn. Damn. Who knows, though, also, if gold can go higher, bro. If gold can go higher, we could target this new week opening gap. But that's kind of depending on if silver clears out this high here. But damn. Oh, you were long NQ when I entered short. Yeah, I shorted ES. I know a lot of people took longs from the 5-minute breaker on NQ and ES or whatever. There's no way that I could have trusted longs with the relative equal lows. I was not doing that. And I guarantee some shit is going to play out. Like, some shit's going to play out when I'm not on the charts. Oh, gee, wait. Wait, when I went short, I don't know if I saw your message when we were live. What's up, bro? I want gold to go higher. If indices can keep dropping, that's going to allow gold to move too. Dude, it is raining like the Amazon rainforest by me right now. Wow. Luke, I pray that these NASDAQ shorts work out for you. Because if we leave these behind, the market's wrong and I'm gay. Mm. We also have Amazon and Apple earnings after market. Nobody clipped that. Sucks. My connection's too shot to clip. This thing keeps on cutting in and out. I was going to start the new month, new funded account. What do you advise me? Is this an evaluation or is this an actual past evaluation account? Like, is this would be a funded account? And if it is a funded account, then obviously I'd recommend making sure that you have a consistent risk to reward that you're following. Stay strict with consistent risk. Don't be all over the place to the point where you're getting in messing around with the consistency rules in regards to profits that you're making with your prop firms. If you're in drawdown, reduce your risk, obviously, to like 0.5% until you get out of drawdown. When you are in a buffer, keep yourself at consistent 1% risk until you get above that buffer, and then go for base hits to get your minimum amount of money made in certain days or in X amount of days. Am I doing other businesses? Yes. I have 3 other ones that I run outside of trading. I used to do I was heavily into e-commerce before trading. I still dabble with it now, but I have a partner that lives in Arizona that kind of manages everything for it, and I just provide the funding for it. Do you guys know I want to show you guys something. Do you guys know the Juul e-cigarette? I'm going to find videos. Find a video. So, here it is. You guys know that? So, back in like 2019, I would say 2019, I think it was. That 2018, 2019 was when the Juul was like mainstream, just the most like poppin' product of all time. And that's when I was in college. So I had a friend that went to a different school, and we both like tried to do something that implemented this like e-cigarette. So we came up with an idea because obviously like the Juul's like battery life was like it was shit. It didn't last a lot. And when people are like out on like let's say a Saturday and they're drinking all day, they're out, they're not at their crib, they would struggle to have fucking electronic cigarettes that would be alive. So I started a product that was a portable charger that connected to your phone and charged your Juul. This is what it was. So you plug in the charger into your phone and charge your Juul through your phone like this. And I called it, see it? It was called the Clip and Carry. So what I did was I sold it at school. I sold it to smoke shops around the school. I would go door to door and like literally wholesale the product to different shops. I would have the product online and I would do like ads through that. And then I eventually sold it. I sold the company after like a year to somebody else. But that was like my first ever successful product that I did for ecom. And it was fire because it was at the peak of when Juul was like right before they took away mint pods and mango pods. It was the best time. But like you just plugged it in, you charge your Juul for like 20 minutes, and then next thing you know, you were good. You think Mark Cuban would be investing into a company that promotes nicotine usage? Fuck no. Fuck no. Here comes NQ, guys, for the people that are still in short. It took long enough. But that product died out, but I got out of I sold that Shopify business in just the nick of time. Did I finish high school? Yeah, I just didn't finish college. What would you say to someone who is struggling with the 2022 mentorship? Well, the 2022 mentorship, use that as your foundation to kind of get your bearings as to understanding price and the basics. Understanding liquidity, understanding fair value gaps, order blocks, market structure, advanced market structure. I believe it's episode like 13 of the 2022 mentorship where ICT talks about advanced market structure. And then after you kind of get your bearings through that, you get comfortable with it, move into the market maker series, go into core content a little bit. But if I'm being real with you, you really don't need to do all that, like, and go into core content. Like all I really had was was bits and pieces of the market maker series and some of the core content. And then I had a mentor. Yeah, it's episode 13, I think. Yeah, 2022. You're in 11th grade and you're learning this? God damn it, bro. I really would do a lot of heinous things to be young and learning this shit. When I was in high school, I was driving my car down the street, running into trash cans and knocking over people's trash into their lawns, doing hood rat shit. If I never discovered marijuana when I was younger, then I would be a lot further than where I am now. MMXM will come again, for sure. So dollar index came in and after clearing, I don't think dollar's bearish just yet. I think dollar might need to run 100, 259, or dollar or dollar reverses from here. The short-term draw on liquidity for me on the dollar index was these highs and these highs. I don't really care what price does on dollar after this point. But from a technical standpoint, I think that dollar will maybe reach this if it doesn't displace in the opposing direction from here. So if we don't like turn from this high hard, then we're going to go up here. That's my opinion. Okay, so anybody that's in shorts on index futures, trail your stops probably. Surprised that we didn't run the highs on the Dow Jones. But hey, once I said if the market doesn't run those lows, I'm gay, it actually listened to me. So that's a fact check for you guys to know that I'm not. So you started full-time trading, Matt. Did you make sure you had loads of different incomes? So when I started, so I've been doing ecom and shit like that back since like 2019 before COVID hit. And I was doing that while I was also working a job. And I had 2 jobs at the same time. So I had 2 jobs and I was trying to do ecom at the same time. So while I was like obviously working those jobs and also had my side hustle that was getting funded by my work, I was also still putting money aside and saving like a normal person. I didn't quit my jobs that I had until I had 6 months of like my rent and like my monthly bills set aside, and my trading was doubling the amount of money that I was making from my 9 to 5s. So I needed to make sure that my trading income was outweighing my job income while at the same time had money set aside as a cushion if I had a bad trading month. You do not want to go full-time trading if you're not making any money from trading. Dude, I'm 27. I'm old. I started trading back when COVID hit in 2020. And for the people that are like younger than me and stressed out, you have all the time in the world. Or even if you're older than me, all that matters is that you're starting and you're taking the risk. My learning curve was just longer than others. Like it took me fucking, oh my God. Bro, it took me to see consistent income from trading, it took me 3 years. But like I got lucky. I got lucky when I started in COVID because 2022 or 2020 was when we hit bottom from COVID, and that's when I found out about options trading. So I got really, really lucky that I found options trading when COVID hit bottom in March. Because all I did was take the money that I saved and invested it in the market and buy call options and held them for months on end, waking up to every single day thousands of dollars for like a couple months straight. But then the first red month that had hit the market, I lost like a third of everything that I made, which obviously led to tilting and losing more, but still. MMXM Trader was my mentor. But I've also said this before in other live streams. Oh, also, if you're in NQ shorts, trail your stop to this high. Trail your stop to this high. You could say that I'm a hustler, but even in like high school and like pretty much college too, I would always like, I think I said this in a different live stream. I would always try and find the easy way out in any sort of means of whatever I was doing. Like I cheated on every single test. I cheated on every single possible homework assignment. I never read any books. I used other people to get to like me passing certain shit. I would always find loopholes and work my way around certain things and try and catch these shortcuts. And it worked. It worked. And the only thing that it didn't work at was trading. You don't cut short, you don't, there's no shortcuts in trading. And that's why this is the most humbling sort of line of work that anyone could ever do. Because what are shortcuts in trading to you guys? Shortcuts in trading is signal services, right? You literally just sign up to somebody's group and you think, okay, they're going to provide signals to me. All I need to do is copy them. And next thing you know, I'll just be rich and I won't have to do any effort. But then you join it and then you realize after whatever amount of time, you're not really making the money that you thought that you'd be making. And then you need to realize that you're spending money per month to make money from this person, but you're not actually you don't see any return into your pocket. Your bank account is just depleting and depleting and depleting. So then you take it into your own hands to learn it on your own. Because the only true way to actually have longevity in trading is if you do everything on your own and you become an independent thinker and an independent trader. That's the only way that you're going to make money. Is if you learn the skill on your own and you execute on your own without relying on anyone else. And then once you find your groove and once you find your edge and you know what works and what doesn't, then all it takes is consistency, which will automatically yield reward. Because when trading gets boring, that's when you know you're doing something right. Because you're just coming in and you're showing up every single day, looking for the same shit every single day. And if it doesn't show up, then you don't do anything. Nothing better than hitting the button yourself instead. Exactly. And like you feel so much more satisfaction when you're taking a trade based off of your own confluences rather than somebody else's. Exactly. But I know and I believe that all of you guys will achieve success in trading eventually. You just have to give it time. Just don't put a timestamp on your success. If you put a timestamp on your success, I've said it before, it will only do it'll do nothing but bad things. No, I've been trading full time for 2 years now. And you know what's funny? I started trading full time a month after my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. Like everything clicked after she broke up with me. So if you're in a relationship, maybe that's your sign for you to break up with them or for them to break up with you. Because that's what clicked for me. I think I tweeted this out too. The worst thing a guy can have is a girlfriend while being unprofitable. I will stand on that. Did I thank her? Bro, I got a text like 6 months after or like 6 months to 8 months after she left me. And the text was her saying how proud she was of everything that I said that I was going to do. And she saw me doing it because she had me on. She subs to my YouTube. She followed my Twitter, on my Instagram, everything. She saw everything that I was doing after she left, and I told her everything that I was going to do. And she saw me do it month after month after month, and me reach my goals and do what I said I was going to do when we were like together, and then hit me with the text. I was like, yeah, bro, okay, you're getting put in timeout, dog. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's just so annoying. Holy fuck. Like, bro might be on drugs. What is that? But also, like, I don't, if there's any, like, I don't want to, girls are a distraction in a certain way. It depends on the relationship that you have. I was in a toxic relationship, and it didn't, like, it was very distracting, but others can be in a good one where they're actually your rock. So yeah, it's different. It's different. Different for everybody. Or it could just be all the girls that are in Jersey suck. Bro, it is a monsoon outside. Holy shit. I'm starting to sound like Andrew Tate. I'm literally just talking from experience. Everything that I tell you guys on these lives is me just describing my life. That's it. And we're doing exactly what I said we were going to do while we're slow grinding down to the lows. Letting my Dude, I have I'm at the worst stage of being sick. Like the thick ass fucking smoker's cough. It sounds like I just smoked a pack of Marlboro Reds. Ugh. Man. Let me get up and stretch. You're in oil? Tough. All right. Now we're standing. The gym? Right after the live, my friend. I didn't work out. I didn't work out Monday. No. I worked out Monday. I didn't work out Tuesday or Wednesday because my body was just so depleted. Oil actually looks pretty good. Oil looks pretty good. So does HO. Wait, this actually looks good. And me saying that oil looks good is saying something. That's crazy. The only thing that sucks is the fact that RB already ran those highs. But HO looks pretty good. SMT at the daily gap here. Is there anything on the hourly? Damn, that actually is a fucking clean ass trade. That's clean. Hourly breaker. And this is the SMT. Damn. I wouldn't be surprised if it did like an hourly fair value gap like this to then that. Okay. Like that. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, my system and like how I trade is on my YouTube. I have so many different. I have a video on my model. I have a video on how I execute my trades, how I handle losses. I have a video on pretty much everything. Psychology. When did I start working out? When I was in high school. Trading and training in the gym go hand in hand. Because when you're done trading, you can go right to the gym and occupy your time instead of staying on the charts and being vulnerable to being like emotionally pushed to executing something else that might not be there. My YouTube channel is just my name, Matt Loeber. What is one is 90 kg? Is that 184? 184 pounds, I think. I think it's 184 pounds. Trading, gym, nicotine. That's the key to profitability right there. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think the 2022 mentorship is enough, and then you can branch off and find your way through like other people that have like you could branch your way through like other influencers that teach on YouTube. Like T Trades is a great example of a YouTube channel that has a lot of like pretty much I consider T Trades' YouTube channel as like the encyclopedia of ICT. I think that. Is Tom here? What up, Tom? Dude, I saw your banger on Euro. That shit was clean as hell. That read was gross. Bro, Tom, I took a dirty loss today on trying to short ES. I got stuck in this chop. I tried shorting from the hourly gap. Indices were not the move today, bro. But I caught nice bags on Tuesday and Wednesday from gold, so that was gonna that's capped my week on fundeds. And then I tried taking shorts on other accounts on ES, but didn't play out how I wanted. NQ has just been slow grinding down to the lows. Indices really just haven't been it this week, bro. Indices just haven't been it. But the euro trade was fire. Dollar was so clean down to these highs and these highs here. Like that was so nice. Y'all during London ate that shit up. Yeah, no, it's just cost of doing business. We look for shorts. Yeah, I got you. That was clean. That was clean. Oh shoot. We got to do the giveaway for these accounts. All right. For the people in the YouTube chat, all right, stop typing giveaway. If you type giveaway one more time, I'm putting you in timeout. Yeah, bro, it's so slow on indices, man. This week, this is my only trade on index futures that I took this week. Everything else was on gold. All right. Let's see. Oh, I know what I'm gonna say. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it in 1 minute, and you got to spell it right too. All right. It's going to be in 40 seconds. Tom, you'll love this word. Well, we love this. I'll say it's a person. We love this person. We're very familiar with this person. Okay. I'm familiar with that person. Only I am. This other person, we have common denominator with. It's a guy. All right. The first two people to type out the two words, Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. I love Benjamin Franklin. Oh, got it. Benjamin Franklin. Our pockets are filled with Benjamin Franklins. Ha ha. I got it's Henrik Hansen and the Chart Whiz. Here and here. There and there. But obviously, for the people that like are trying to enter giveaways, you can only win one once a month. But if you just won that giveaway, open up a ticket in the Blue Guardians Futures Discord. Thank you guys for being a part of the live stream today. I think this week was very good early in the week. And index futures, if you are trading these, I am sorry in behalf of those. But I had a lot of fun with the streams Tuesday, Wednesday with Ralph and MMXM, and Thursday today. But do me a favor, and I want to see comments of who you guys would like to see on a stream next. Maybe even if Tom's up to it or OT's up to it, we get him on a stream too. But anyone that you guys want to see to break down analysis, education, or anything that you guys would find value in, I'll gladly throw them in here and have them walk down price for you guys. But I need to know who you guys want to see in the comments. So comment on the video, like it, subscribe. We can keep doing these. And on top of that, Blue Guardian's still running this 60% off sale with code YouTube. So use those. Just capitalize on that while you have the opportunity. But comment on the live stream, not the live chat. Comment on the live stream video. And then I'll know. And then I'll let the rest of the team know as well. But take care, you guys. Have a great, fantastic rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for my next live stream. Be safe, everyone. Take care.